Hello everyone, this is Chris from Pro Traders Lounge, and I would like to give you a little update on Bitcoin today. So let's jump directly into the content here. Before we continue, please read the trade disclaimer. This is non-financial advice here. We do it all for educational purposes. And yeah, so let's go. Bitcoin, yeah, Bitcoin is currently rejecting from quite key resistance here. If you pull the fixed range, pull basically from the beginning of the range, I mean it doesn't matter where exactly you pull it. It's you see that we actually had a nice push up. We took out some liquidity sitting up here, and basically into this gap we had here. Yeah, we had this little gap here. We filled the gap, took out the liquidity, and backtested the POC to the dollar here, and at the moment coming down. So now let's see where we are actually coming down to. We are basically retracing into this gap down here. So filling some inefficiencies here, and yeah, at the moment we are holding up, but yeah, this level alone here is not enough for me to trade off. So let's try to find a level with more confluence, actually, where we can trade from. For me, the most important level to the downside is actually, hold on, sorry, this is the wrong one, local support, this area down here. We do have a fresh weekly down here. It's around the golden pocket area, and what's also down there, which is interesting, is basically the point of control down here, which is right on the weekly. The POC, you see it shifted up, and as soon as we started to lose this, we had this swift drop down, and the next logical place now to look for a long, for me personally, would be this weekly, respectively, point of control down here. Yeah, so this is a nice area of confluence. This is the next big area of support here. Let's quickly see where the POC of this local range is. Yeah, it's also down here as well. So we do have basically an area now of confluence. Basically this POC lining up with the 618 and this weekly down here with this impulse point of control from this move up. Impulse, because if you adjust the fixed range basically just for this impulse, you see it's right here, right? So this is the big area of support we do have down here. Let's get rid of the paintings. And ultimately we do have an untapped daily down here. Is if we let's say we manage to break down here, this is like the last man standing up here. We do have some liquidity sitting here as well. So this is definitely the last man standing here for me before we actually look for lower level, right? So we put in a higher low here. We didn't take out this this low here, which was basically, yeah, we ran the liquidity of this range. Here had a nice bounce, yeah, some sideways action, retraced, didn't take out the low, had this nice bounce and coming down at the moment. So this level here actually also has some confluence. I think we do have a CME gap here as well. Yeah, we have a gap. We are filling the CME gap at the moment. I would like a little push down, further down for the gap. If we look at the daily, it actually closed here. So the close of the CME was 26,920 area. We do have a premium on CME at the moment. So let's give it like $100.26.9. It would line up with this area here as well, yeah, the CME gap. So this area has some nice confluence. I would actually like to see us bouncing there. But yeah, let's see what New York and the day basically brings us later. Yeah, if we manage to break down here and starting to lose this area here and this daily, yeah, we are looking, of course, we can take out the lows once again into this inefficiency here. What I like is actually if you look at the volume here, we have a point of control sitting down here, 24,880 basically. This is the next area of support for me if we break down. So let's say we do something like this. This area, this POC has some nice confluence, and maybe we see then another push up. Yeah, but we didn't lose like local support at the moment, so no reason to look for this level here at the moment. To the upside, let's have a look what we have here. I mean, of course, this point of control I showed you earlier is still a key resistance here. Yeah, we do have some more local resistance at the moment coming up. We do have this old weekly here, which was resistance here before we broke through. It was holding as support here earlier, and then we actually lost it. And this is something to keep in mind. This can now flip into resistance again. So let's say we drop and push up again. This has to be a take profit level if you manage to get into a long here, because this can simply turn into resistance and we continue lower. Yeah, this is something to keep in mind locally here. Next big area, I don't like the local high here we put in. It looks like a double top here locally, like equal highs of those candles on a lower time frame. It's probably more clear. Let's have a look. The fixed range pull. Yeah, not really on a local time frame here, but yeah, definitely this POC is still yeah, resistance, basically this 28. Give it some space. I would say it's more of an area between this POC up here and this one here. This is like a key area. Once we claim it, basically, let's say 28, 70 is an area we have to flip before we even talk about higher level. So, but let's have a look what would potential higher level be. We covered level to the downside, and now let's have a look at some local resistance. Yeah, the weekly we talked about already. And the next area is basically this 28K area. We do have an untapped daily. We front run it yesterday because of this POC. But this is still resistance. Yeah, so let's say we come up. This daily here still can offer some nice resistance. Yeah, so this is the next area of resistance, which might come into play later, or then ultimately we are looking for this, this POC next. We do have some inefficiencies to fill. We do have a gap up here in this area. So if we manage to claim this area here, this is our next resistance. And the next really big resistance for me is actually this area up here. It's quite an area. We do have a point of control. Let's check. I think it's a daily naked point of control if I remember it correctly. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a daily naked point of control up here. We do have one down here as well, which adds some confluence. Yeah, that we had this impulse POC down here, and it's also daily naked point of control around 26.7. Yeah, so this area is actually quite nice support. And let's remove this one again. And to the upside, this is a really big area of resistance. Once flipped, keep in mind we can go for some liquidity here. We do have some, they're not equal, but they're like similar highs. So let's say we actually manage to push up here and flip this. Yeah, be aware of a potential liquidity run up here. Yeah, so this is something to keep in mind as well. If we manage to hold up here, yeah, and maybe SFP those highs here, but do not retrace too deep, we are actually might look for 30Ks again, maybe even higher, yeah, because this is like the really next big resistance after this point of control for me, yeah. So those are really important. Yeah, let's sum it up quickly. Basically, level to the downside, once again, this weekly POC area of this impulse down here with the golden pocket as confluence. This is the next big local support. Daily to the upside, this POC daily area, next big local resistance. Keep in mind we do have those the weekly here, which still can act as resistance. And ultimately this POC and this area with some nice confluence. I think we might even have a golden pocket up there. Yeah, it's basically also the golden pocket area up here. I mean, it's quite an area because there's quite some stuff going on here. So if you want to look for shorts here, it has to be reaction based. Yeah, don't blindly short or long any level. I was actually looking for support earlier up here. We had some daily level and also a POC down here, but you see price just went through it. So no trade for me because basically zero reaction down here. Let me check which point of control it was. I don't remember, or was it a daily POC? I think it was a daily point of control. Let's have a look. Look. Yeah, we had the daily point of control here. Some dailies, one daily here, but and also daily levels we had here earlier. But yeah, as mentioned, zero reaction, no trade for me, and now I'm looking basically for this nice area of confluence down there. Yeah, I think that's it for Bitcoin already. Just a quick update for you guys, what level to look for. Yeah, I think not only today, maybe they are also relevant, I think, for the next coming days. It depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin wants to run like crazy, they probably just pushes through level. But as long as we did not reach those level, they are still relevant and are potential areas of interest to look for a short or a long. Yeah, ultimately this POC down here would be my next if we start to lose this range. Yeah, but at the moment, yeah, we didn't lose anything on a higher time frame. I mean, locally we are downtrending here. At the moment, we put in a higher low here though, and a higher high now. So we broke those highs, and now it's debatable if this will be another higher low and we continue higher and change the local trend back up, or if we actually start to break down and put in a lower low. Yeah, and then this would be a lower high compared to this trend, let's say this trend here basically, yeah. And yeah, basically this is our local downtrend here at the moment. But as mentioned, this is a higher low here, and we broke this high and this high here already. And now if we start to change market structure, let's say we put in a higher low here now again and break this high, that would be a confirmed trend change, and we might look for a back test of this POC area for another setup. Yeah, this might be another long setup if we actually bounce here into the next resistance area here and here, and then we look for a back test of this point of control and yeah, trade it back up. I mean, TP has to be here, of course. You can't ignore resistance after it acted as resistance and came back down. Yeah, you have to take profit, and either you reject, or you could of course even just push through. Yeah, but this is still in the future. Just some scenarios to keep in mind, and basically how I'm approaching it at the moment. I'm still personally in a paper trade long from here and from this area. Took some off at this POC, and this might be a potential compound area down here. Yeah, but let's see how the reaction will look like. I personally never preset blindly limits. If I do preset, it has to be like a really strong trend. I might preset some orders at nice areas of interest and nice confluence, but at the moment we are just in a sideways area in a range here, so no reason for me to preset blindly. So basically, the probabilities are higher if you wait for the reaction. Yeah. Right. I hope you enjoyed this quick update on BTC. If you like to have more updates, we have a really nice community, a really nice group where we basically have daily live sessions and updates for our members. Feel free to join us. We have a lot of really nice people in there, great traders. And final disclaimer for you guys. Non-financial advice, just paper trading. And trade safe. I wish you all a great week. Bye bye.